So I hope you're getting my voice and as well as on the screen. So last class just we were discussing about this add to directives, right? Basically. So some part we have done. So just I will going to create these services. So just observe. Okay. Then we can continue further. So first I need to create some resource group. Next tags. Next review and create. Finally click on create. So then we need to create some ritual network. Click on create. Select the resource respective resource group. Next IP address. Add subnet. Click on add. Next security. Next tags. Next review and create. Finally click on create. Sorry. So next try to create some DNS zones. Click on create. Select the respective resource group. Provide your whatever the website name you're having. So next tags. Next review and create. Finally click on create. So go to GoDaddy. Click on this DNS zones. So we're having same name servers. Click on manage DNS. So here if you observe this DNS zones name servers, same thing we're having in GoDaddy as well, right? So when we need to update, we will discuss. So then basically we have created some virtual machines, right? Click on create. So Azure test Windows machine 1. And we have created some availability sets as well. Click on OK. Provide the username and password. So next disks, select standard SSD, next networking, next management, next advanced, next tags, next review and create. Finally click on create. So we need to create a one more virtual machine, right? So select the respective resource group. So next disks, select standard SSD, next networking, next management, next advanced, next tags, next review and create. Finally click on create. So Windows machine 1 is created, right? Go to networking. So same for Windows machine 2. So copy this one, try to access it. Provide the username and password. Sorry. So go to command prompt. So in order to get some DNS names, right, we need to type some IP config slash all. So just copy this one. So from this we need to get some DNS server value, right? So this DNS server value where we need to provide here in the properties. So copy this one. So type nc I think pa.cpl nc. Okay, ncpa.cpl. Here in this properties we need to provide that DNS server value. So select the IPv4, click on properties, select this one, provide this value. Here we need to provide the private IP address of Windows machine 1. So 10.11.0.4, 10.11.0.4, right? Click on OK, click on close. So this message will disconnect automatically, right? That thing you know. So now here go to this virtual networks, click on this virtual network. Here we need to provide this DNS server values. Go to custom. Here these name servers we are not able to provide directly. So if you copy this one and if you paste it here, it will not allow. So in order to get some IP address value, right? So go to command prompt and type ns lookup space that respect to server name server name. Click on enter. So we have got some IP address, right? So here last class also we have got I mean server unknown or something, it is not connecting, right? We have got some errors. So if that is the case, so here whatever the name server values which are getting in DNS zones, the same name servers values in which we need to update once again in your GoDaddy account basically. Okay, so but currently we have some IP address, so 40.90.4, copy this one and paste it here, and .net. So ns lookup, so copy this one, where it is, paste it here, click on save. So now here, once if this changes is done, now we are not able to access this Windows Machine 1. What is the another way to access here? By logging into Windows Machine 2. So just copy this one, go to RTP. After connecting Windows Machine 2, from Windows Machine 2, try to connect Windows Machine 1. But we need to provide private IP address. Okay. Click on S. So here once again go to RTP. This is Windows Machine 2, right? From Windows Machine 2, we are trying to log into Windows Machine 1. Here we need to provide, click on connect. So provide username and password. So this is Windows Machine 1. So here we need to install add to directory. So go to server manager. So click on manage, add roles and features. Click on next, next, next. So here you need to select roles as a Azure directory domain services. Click on add features then. next, 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 click on install. So it will take some time.
Shiva, I'm having one doubt.
Yes,
In virtual network, we given only two server names only now, right?
yes. You can provide the remaining things as well if you want.
Okay, okay,
Okay.
okay, got it.
Okay. So meanwhile, as you are aware already, we discussed about some Azure Active Directory as well. Go to here. Go to users. So yesterday we already having some Srikanth user, right? We did not delete it as well. So you know how to after creating these users, we need to provide some roles and assignments as well, like some contributor. Then select the respective user. So these things we discussed on yesterday. So now here, as you know, we have given some permissions for this particular user called as a Srikanth. So same thing, whatever the services currently in which I have created in my Azure Cloud account, the same thing it will be available to for Srikanth as well, right? So that one just you can go to go to portal.azure.com. I think I forgot the password. Click on next. Mm, right, if you go to here, we're having some resource groups, DNS zones, virtual machines, virtual networks. So like this. Okay, these things you know already. Click on sign up. So these things is done. Click on close. So promote the server to domain control. Click on it. Add new forest. So provide your domain name. So nothing but Shiva. Click on next. 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 click on install. Right. So it is Windows machine 2, right? So basically it will take some time. So meanwhile what we can do is, so this is a basic user basically. Okay, so now if you want to configure some, this is nothing but a, as you know, Azure add to directory. So just here already having some services. If the same services, if you want available to another user, so directly go for Azure add to directory, click on user, provide some roles, that's it. But if you want to, but as I mentioned you on yesterday, in real time we are not creating any users in Azure add to directory point of view. Okay, so just we are creating some users. What are the users in which have created Windows active directory? The same user, it should be available to Azure active directory. Okay, so if you want to achieve that thing, so we need to create a user that should be a global user basically. Okay, so that is, so just similarly go to Azure active directory. go to users, click on new user. So you can give maybe some name, maybe Harish. Let me create a password. Click on create. So it is created, right? So now go to subscription one, access control IAM, click on add role assignment. So role as a contributor. Next, select members. We are given some Harish, right? Select the respective. Okay. Okay. So click on select. Click on next. Review plus assign. So now go to that user, whatever the user which I have created. So as I mentioned you, so it should be a global user, right? Where we can provide manage users Harish, assign roles, add assignment. Here you need to choose some global administrator. Select this one. Click on add. So successfully added assignment. Now this Harish user is nothing but a global user. Okay. So go to users. Click on Harish. Select the specific user. Same thing. Use. Click on next. So same thing. Even if you observe the Harish also is having the same ritual machine. What are the ritual machine in which I am happy? Okay. So but only difference is if you go with Srikanth, it is a normal user, but Harish is a global user. Okay. That is the only difference. So because if you're having some global users, so then only we are able to have some Windows active directory. Okay. So find these things. So go to Windows machine 1. Click on S. So now this is a Windows machine 1, right? So go to observe properties. So here now we have already given some domain control whenever if we are configuring. Previously we have given some add to directory domain services, right? We have installed. So while installing that, we have given some uh, domain control access. So here if you observe, so this respect to PC is under shivatutorials.com. We have given the respect to permissions, all these things, whatever things which are discussed here. Okay. So any doubts till now? Any of you?
No, Shiva.
So go to Windows Administrative Tools. So here now we need to install some Azure Directory Users and Computers. Click on it. So go to shivatutorials.com. Go to Users. Right click. Hit New User. Okay. So now here we are trying to create some users in this respect to Windows Active Directory. The same users it should be available to Azure Active Directory. Okay. So I'm creating some user. Right click. Click on user. So you can give some first name and last name. Maybe Azure. Last name is one more time I'm giving some Srikanth. So full name Azure Srikanth, right? So login name Azure Srikanth. Okay. So click on next. Provide username and password. Sorry, provide password and confirm password. User must change password. So this one uncheck. Click on next. Finish. So now here we created some user, right? We have given some name. So now if you go to home, Azure Active Directory, go to manage option, go to users. So do we have that specific user here? We have created some Azure Srikanth, right? We are having only Srikanth, but we don't have Azure Srikanth, right? Here, whatever the user which you have created in this Azure directory users and computers, right? That specific user we are not able to get in the Azure Active Directory of Azure Cloud account. So for this, basically, we need to install a tool called as Azure AD Connect. What is the tool? Azure AD Connect. So type Azure AD Connect. Microsoft Azure Active Directory content. Click on download. Click on run. I agree. So click on this checkbox, continue. Click on use express settings. So here enter Azure AD Global Administrator. So we have created in the Azure Active Directory with user as a Harish is having some global administrator permissions, right? So that specific user here we need to provide. So what is it? What is his password? Sorry, what is his mail ID? So just copy this one, paste it here. So provide the password. Click on next. So it is authenticated. So here username. So some .com slash your username. I mean here we have created some username called as a Shiva one, right? So here .com is nothing but a shiva tutorials.com. So Shiva
कचरा कचरा
slash Shiva one. Okay. Password. Click on next. Click on next. Finally click on install. See here. It is saying start the synchronization process when configuration completes. So here synchronization process means whatever the user in which you have created in this Windows Active Directory, right? So the same user it should be available in Azure Active Directory of Azure Cloud Account. There is nothing but a synchronization process. Okay, finally click on install. So once these changes is done, we need to get some Azure Srikanth user in the Azure Active Directory of Azure Cloud Account. It will take some time basically.
Uh, uh,
Right, it is done. So go to users, click on refresh now. See here, now we are having still not there. On premises is there. Harish, and 1 second, it is not yet synchronized. Mm, so we have created Azure Srikanth here. See here, now you have got it right, Azure Srikanth. So if specific user, what are the user which have created this Azure directory users and computers, right? If we did not get in this Azure Active Directory of cloud, so just once again try to synchronize by using this Microsoft Azure Active Directory Connect. Okay, so let me create a one more user. So go to new, go to user. Okay, some name, maybe some ABCD EFG ERT something. So here ABCD, click on next, password, next, finish. So now we're having the specific user, right? So now if you observe, we don't have that specific user. So as it is a new user in Azure directory user computers. So now if you want to get this Windows add to directory user to the Azure add to directory, Azure add to directory of the respect to cloud account. So once again, we need to run this Azure AD connect. So just this software, what it is going to do, it is going to synchronize the users between Windows add to directory and Azure add to directory of the respect to Azure cloud account. So click on configure, customize, next. So provide the password of global user, that is nothing but a Harish, right? Whatever the password which you are having, click on next. It will authenticating. Next, next, next. Synchronize, start synchronization process. Mostly you are going to get it now, not it. Okay, exit. This synchronization is completed. Still not it. Sometimes it will take time, but it will reflect here. Okay. So what this Azure AD Connect will do, whatever the users which are created in Windows Active Directory, I mean here if you observe, we are creating users in Windows virtual machine, right? So this users is going to be synchronized in Azure Active Directory of the respect to Azure Cloud account. Okay, so this is nothing but a add to directories, both Azure add to directories and Windows add to directory. So it will synchronize, but it will take some time, but it will synchronize basically. So here we are having ABCD, that specific user here. Okay, so any doubts, any of you? This is nothing but Azure Active Directory and Windows Active Directories concept. Any doubts?
Every time
Jagdish?
we create a user,
Yes, 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 Sujit, tell me. Every time?
we have to run that
Yes, yes,
Azure Ready Connect, right?
yes, yes,
And it is a robust process. Does
yes.
organization follow the same or?
Yeah, they will follow the same. The here generally we are creating a single user, but if you go with the organization point of view, they will create n number of users on time. If you go with the
Okay.
specifically MNCs, right? So
Mm,
if they're recruiting some freshers, so they will recruit thousands of freshers at one go.
mm,
So all users is going to be synchronized at one go basically. But if you go with the
okay.
mid-level companies and startups, so they're also having some limited number of developers only, right? So this is not a what we
Mm,
can say that they will not do each and every day. only one time, right? Whenever a
Mm-hmm.
new user or new developer or whatever the new whenever the new user is joining to a specific organization, so then only they need to do it basically.
Mm. Okay.
Okay,
Thank you.
any doubts? Jagdish, Sujit, Narasimha.
For sure.
No.
Okay, so that's all for today.